Hey everyone, today I have a recipe for you, which is probably going to be extremely rare on this channel because when one is eating beef, salt, and water, there aren't a whole lot of recipes that one can make. However, I actually did figure out a recipe and it's really, really yummy. So it's kind of like a two-part recipe because when you're rendering the beef fat, you get tallow. So you have that, which I use a lot of. And then you get these little crunchy bites that I'm going to show you what to do with them. It took me a long time to figure out how to get the crunchy bites just right so it all works out in the right way, which I'm really excited because now it's like my absolutely most favorite treat meal, and it's really, really, really yummy. So I hope you enjoy it. I just opened the package of beef fat, put that into the pan, and here we've got our oven, and I am turning it on to about 100 Celsius. So what is that in Fahrenheit? Something like 200. It's pretty low. Okay, and we're gonna put open the oven. It does not have to preheat. You just want it to start slowly rendering the beef fat. Okay, very slowly. We don't want to cook it. We just want to gently start it rendering. And we are going to leave that for, I'd say, I'm going to peek at it in a half an hour. All right, so let's see how it's doing. All right, so good. It's starting to come apart here. I'm just going to break it apart and let it keep going very, very nicely and very slowly. All right, so now these are separated and they have just started releasing the tallow. So what I'm going to do now is turn this off and take these out so they can cool, because now we're going to let them cool completely and go for the next magical step. So our fat trimmings have been cooling for about 30 minutes, and then 30 minutes in the fridge makes them extremely cooled. And now we're gonna cut them into gorgeous little, I would say bite-sized pieces, but it's not. It's a lot smaller than bite-sized because a whole bite of tallow is pretty intense. So we want them to be in little crunchy squares, little tiny squares. If you can see that on my hand, they are going to shrink a little bit as they lose their fat. They're going to shrink down, okay? But they're going to stay in these nice little like jewels, and they're going to be so yummy. But we just want to get them in the right size so that they're delicious. They're not overwhelming, but they're not too small to be yummy, okay? So just cut them all up just like that, and then toss them right back into the same pan that we have them in. So I just want to show you, when you're cutting it up, sometimes you have these bits of meat that are mixed in with the fat. We want to get rid of as much of the meat as possible. I mean, we want to eat it because it's yummy, but we don't want it to melt into our tallow, because then we're going to end up with meat juices that can make the tallow spoil faster. So here you can see I just kind of cut away a little bit so that it is more pure meat, as much as you can. So when all of your bits are cut up and nice, just put them back in your pan. And now we're going to cover it in a little bit of a special way. Okay, so you're covering it with foil or whatever you have. But the amazing thing about the foil is we're going to leave a little opening here, because we're going to drain out the tallow as the tallow melts from these little tallow bites, sort of. We're going to be draining it out. So we've got it all nice and tight here. Okay. So now I'll show you how this works. But first, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna pop it back in the oven. Now we can go a little bit higher than before because we have it covered. So before I had it on 100 Celsius, and I'll put up on the screen whatever that is in Fahrenheit. So now I'm gonna go up to about 140 Celsius. And I'm gonna come back and check this in 30 minutes. All right, so this has been in the oven for 30 minutes. And now, through this little hole that we made, I have a box here of just some tallow that was there from before, okay? And you can see how it just filters so nicely. Those little boxes get held back and all the tallow pours out nicely. Now, I'm just gonna shake it around to distribute and just grab a tissue. Okay, we don't want it to drip all over the oven, so we're gonna clean that out. And we're just gonna stick it back in for another half an hour or so. All right, so I did that process of pouring out the rendered tallow a couple times. And then when you see that there's very little, either none to very, very little tallow pouring out, just uncover it and you'll see how they've all turned this nice golden shade of brown. And some of them are sticking a little bit. That's normal. They kind of get toasted into the pan, okay? And then I will show you what the next step is. Okay, so I didn't show you because I couldn't both do it and hold the phone at the same time, but I just used the spatula backwards like this to unstick all the little pieces, and then I put them on a baking sheet with a piece of baking paper over it, or whatever you like to use so it doesn't stick. And you just want to spread these out, okay? So once they are spread out more or less, it doesn't have to be perfect, we are gonna put them in the freezer. And this way, I'll show you when they freeze. There's a couple good things about the freezing, but one of the good things is that they won't stick together. If you just put them into like a bag or something and you froze it like that, then they'll all stick together in a clump. But we want to make sure that they're separate. But there's another reason that we also want to freeze them that I'll show you later. Now I'm going to show you what to do with your little frozen pieces. Here, these are how they look when they're frozen. You can just put them into a Ziploc bag. They're completely separate, each of them. And now I'll show you, we've got our meat and we're just going to score it. Just to separate them into like little bite-sized pieces. Okay, so now I got them all into like approximately bite-sized pieces. Again, this is going to also depend on how much fat content you want to have. So I need to eat a high fat content, but you don't have to put these on each one. You want to make sure that these are frozen because this is going to go into the Ninja. And if they're not frozen, then they're going to burn. So with the meat being defrosted and the little tallow bites, or suet, or whatever you want to call them, being frozen, they're going to cook perfectly. Everyone's air fryer is slightly different, but I have the Ninja, so I'm going to turn it on. It's already on grill. I'm going to raise the temperature to max, and then I'm going to move the time all the way down to 3 because this cooks super, super fast. Okay, so that's gonna preheat there. When that's preheated, I'm gonna pop it right in. All right, so here it is, all finished. After the 3 minutes in the Ninja, I leave it for a couple more seconds because 4 is too long. Give it some nice pink salt or salt of your choice. And there we go. Every bite is just perfect. See that? Enjoy. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. Oh my gosh, it's so good because you get like the crunch. So it's kind of like eating meat with potato chips. It's really good. There can be a little bit of a learning curve to figure out exactly how long in your air fryer your meat needs to cook, and you want to make sure that the meat is perfect and also the little crunchy jewels are just perfectly crunchy. Like if they didn't quite cook enough in the oven, like toast enough, then they might be a little bit soft or they might be a little overdone. So you're just going to have to experiment with your oven and your temperatures, and that's just how it is with any recipe. But it's amazing. It's really, really, really yummy, and I'm having so much fun with it. I mean, who would ever thought that on the lion diet you could have like a recipe, something that's actually really yummy and it's kosher and it's like so I'm hoping that you really, really enjoy it. Let me know in the comments if you try it, and if it gives you as much joy and happiness as it's clearly giving me. I'd love to hear from you. Bye.